It's like if it sounds like a cop out, but if you win a fight against me, it's because I let you win. It's because you had a choice to get hurt more than myself. And I thought, it's just not worth it. You know, maybe you're a good guy or something. Trust me, I let you win. There we go. That's partially because I don't have enough skills, but have enough skills. So it's just survival, man. All right, we are live. Let's take a look at the market. This morning at 8:30, some data came out and caused the market to react a little negatively, but that's about it. We're sitting down in the wicks of the last couple of days of trepidatious movement. Now let's take a look at the liquidity perspective of things, just to get a little bit of a better picture. Because see, it's just chop. It's just major chop zone. What can we expect today from here near the open? Gotta be honest, because I'm always honest. Well, not that nobody ever doesn't lie, but for the most part, I'm a pretty genuine person. And I've got to say, it looks like we're going to sweep lower liquidity and then move higher today. I mean, that's just what it looks like from a central bank big money perspective. Looks like we're going to sweep lower liquidity and then move higher. Now, if I'm wrong about that and we move up first, maybe we're going to grab liquidity up higher and then move lower. So it could go one of either way. But there's a huge amount of resistance right here and here from before, from many weeks ago. And so if we do start bleeding down, I do believe that's going to bottom and that it's a liquidity grab. There's a lot of stops down there. There's enough liquidity to grab and then move up. Crazy as that is, because that's quite a bullish perspective on the market, which right now feels pretty negative and bearish. So, if it's going to go down, okay. If it's going to go down, then it would have had to sweep this liquidity back here, which it did in the last couple of days. It actually did. So it could be the wind up before the pitch. The fact that actually we might be going quite a bit down. It might have grabbed all that liquidity recently, and this is all just preparation, perhaps waiting for a catalyst for a big move down. There could be a big move down that it recently grabbed a bunch of liquidity for. And then the second part of the analysis is that it might be waiting for a bigger catalyst in order to make that move. And so today maybe it's going to go for minor liquidity lower and then a move up. So we continue to chop in this region. Okay, but there's two different ways it can go. One, friggin' scary ass panic bleed out, or a little bleed out and then we go green. And then there is, of course, the alternative, which is that it goes back up first, grabs some more liquidity. Yeah, that's possible right here. It wouldn't be a whole lot more. And then it moves down again for a doji type chop type day. All right, there you go. That's pretty much what we're looking at. Chart back up, 4 hours daily. So on the momentum front, Brds is bullish, Bmea is bullish, and Vktx is bullish, but we have to use I don't know what we should call it, the double 10 a.m. entry technique. I'm gonna think about that later today and come up with a name for that. It could be the Iron Knights, because in chess there's a situation where your knight can actually get connected and protect the other knight. And I call that Iron Knights. My teacher, who's a national master, said he never heard that before, but loves the name. And so I'm coining it. So in chess, I've coined a term called Iron Knights, and that's when you lock your knights together. And that's very much kind of like what it looks like, this trade, because it's surrounding 10 a.m., but also the open. It's like the 10 a.m. and the open are locked, and it could be a dip buy, sell at 10 a.m., or it could be a run from the open, get in, and then sell enter at 10 a.m., by the way, and then sell at 10 a.m. So it's pivotable around those 2 points, and it creates kind of this diamond connection. Call it Iron Knights after chess. I'd call it Iron Mike. Yeah, that could be good too. I don't know. I gotta still think about it because to make it a little bit more specific to what it actually is. All right, we got 3.5 minutes until the open. Yeah, we already went over the market, my friend. That's kind of like Southern hospitality when you call someone your friend. It's kind of like a bless your heart kind of thing. You'll figure it out. You'll get it one day. All right. Hopefully, carry me, bruh. The new member is in here. I hope so. I don't know if you are. Welcome. If you're not, I'm sorry. Sorry. Maybe you're Mikhail. Second Iron Mike. Carry me equals me. Yeah, there you are, Mikhail. All right. Welcome. Am I pronouncing your name right? I don't know. That's how I read that name. I don't know if that's correct. Or Mike. Okay. Very good. All right. We literally have like 2.5 minutes until the open. And when the market opens, you might be needing to pay attention mostly to those tickers that I just mentioned and the market itself, depending on what you're trading. And give me a little bit of a second to manage some of my positions yesterday that I got in that I need to mitigate some on. Actually, I got some money back this morning, but what I don't want is for them to get worse than even yesterday, which it can easily happen. So forgive me for focusing on my own thing for the first few minutes of the open here, but you're welcome. I'm going to be calling stuff out as I see it, and you're welcome to type to each other and keep each other posted here in the chat. All right. Is energy a play? Well, there seems to be some inflation going on, but I don't think so. Oil's in fact dropping right now. Gold kind of did too, which is a good sign for the market. Bmea. All right. Here we go. 20 seconds. Blaze, yeah, I guess we did. I'm not looking at it. Okay, market's opening any second here. Let's focus before us, and we'll take a look at that later. Yeah, that was a buy like a week ago. We missed that. A week ago, not yesterday. Yesterday was medium intelligence money. Alrighty. And we're off. All right, Bmea starting to perk up. What you gonna do, Bmea? What I'm gonna do is, option because it's a cash account that I'm gonna attempt that in. But all right, I'm gonna enter on Bmea. For the hold until 10 a.m. ish. All right, that's already working. It's just not my biggest account. It's my alternative account. And VKTX was a little bit perking up green this morning, but ooh, there we go. I think VKTX could be a green entry. Just be sure you're able to get out if wrong, and then wait for 10 a.m. for the dip by bottom. Otherwise, it's enter now and exit at 10 a.m. Bmea now actually ripping the other way. Okay, BRDS is falling at the open, so be looking for a 10 a.m. entry on BRDS. BRDS, I think it was a bullish configuration, and so be looking for a 10 a.m. entry on that one. And the market itself selling off at the open. On the cues on the growth chart, it's kind of resembling panic. So this could indicate leading a big move down on the market, or this could just be it, and it's going to catch itself soon here and doji out. One can never know. Yeah. Oh, see that? Lays is now gapping up. And if that was smart money a week ago, entry, this is now a sell day. And so it's either going to be selling off at the open, which it doesn't look like it's doing, or it's going to run dumb money, FOMO entries, and then it's going to become a short exit, short/exit top at 10 a.m. Understand? BRDS, you're looking for a bottom near 10 a.m. That can be as little as we saw yesterday, 9:45, but you'd really need it to put in an obvious. MKC, says Mike. Oh yeah, 77-ish, 78-ish open, all the way to 81 now. MKC. McCormick, the spice and like mayonnaise maker. That's not going to move much today, or at all, based on that. But that looks like dumb money. This is because we already had a move before this. We already had smart money entries before this. So this is going to run till possibly the top of the 10 o'clock, and possibly top out. Maybe at right around here, 83. There might be a bit of a fight, but this trade possibly ends at 83 on MKC, and then versus. It's going to buy the rumor, sell the news. Smart money was right. Good earnings reaction. They're going to be taking their profits into strength, in my opinion. In my opinion. Consider that mitigated, motherfucker. Vktx trying at VWAP, yeah, and if it's not bleeding out for an entry at 10 a.m., then this is the entry, and then it's a sell at 10 a.m. So, you see what I'm saying? So, just by logic alone, theme entry here, it's just that you might have to exit at a stop loss. Derails. Like Bmea, it's looking like it wants to do that. Not running to 10 a.m. Thing I question whether or not it's maybe a good dip, a good buy at 10 a.m. though. So, but where will it end up by 10 a.m.? Maybe 21. Well, let's see. Bmea behaving more now like a 10 a.m. dip buy, and a market open rip buy. MKC made it to 83. Yeah, I mean, maybe because it's fucking mayonnaise maker. Institutionals are just piling on. Maybe smart money buying on top of smart money. Maybe smart money doubling down. So if MKC runs all day, because it was something extraordinary. Otherwise, it tops out at 10 a.m. I think that is it, right? McCormick. Yeah, McCormick Company, an American food company that manufactures spices, condiments. Yeah, I fucking nailed it. How do you not know McCormick if you're over bachelor age? New vegan mayo. Pumping this out, yes. What if they could figure out how to make some mayonnaise out of East Palestine? I think their stock could double. That's a key to cornering the market right there. Chemistry. All right, so actually I am out of this, and okay, do I want to do anything with VKTX? I don't know. But I could free up this money now. All right, good. Allow me to get in at the 10 a.m. low on Bmea. What will? I'm talking to myself. The nuke. Yeah, really. All right, we have a plan on all these, so that's good. Birds, BRDS, we're looking for some kind of a bottom and a crawling out of the bottom nearish 10 a.m. Same on Bmea. Now VKTX, it's missing the boat, or something, expression like that. It's missing its opportunity. It's going to run now, top out 10ish. It's not happening. There it goes. Okay, good. It's starting to perk up a little bit. VKTX. Built a position on it. That's probably correct, because that is the bottom of the base. Now pumping over WAP and not pulling back for a 10 a.m. dip buy, and it has a bullish bias. So, you put it all together, but the length of the trade is now limited. It's going to be over in 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. No, I won't repeat that. That's true. I won't repeat that on TikTok. Okay. Interesting. We're getting the wick play on SI follow through. So I'm selling a little bit on SI. We're getting some follow through today. Where is that now? Over here. Yes. Wick play happening on SI. Whether or not it gets to yesterday's high remains to be seen, but it's not too far away. And that was a lot of momentum off the open. SI, if anybody's still in it. Don't remember if I was supposed to sell that or not, but I got trapped in it at least yesterday. I'm still in it, but it's still actually a good formation. It's still in the smart money run. It has not had its dumb money moment yet. And it looks like it's about to crack pre-market highs, which probably will start to bring in some dumb money. So it's about to run, break pre-market highs at 221, and then possibly pop and run and retest yesterday's high of 245. All right, Vktx now up and over $13, selling off a little bit. It's a little tough. I think I posted or talked about the fact that Vktx looks pretty manipulated. We are now at 9:42, so we're about halfway to 10 a.m. We got WWE apparently. Says me. I'm Mr. E. You're Mr. M. I'm a mystery. 87 yesterday. Is the daily chart or the minute chart? Yeah. 90 today. Okay, let me take a look at that as a swing trade because that's probably what that's going to be. WWE, what are we talking about? World? Okay. Really difficult. Great growth stock. I know the growth crowd loves this stock, but I don't think this is the time to get in. I think this is the time to sell. This is nearing the end of a smart money move from 80. If you get in, just be prepared to get out. There goes Bmea. Very nice. And Brds still pulling back. BRDS. No entry yet on Brds. And SI, I think, did break out. SI. Yeah, SI broke pre-market highs. We've got some momentum over there. I'm getting a whole bunch of payback over there from yesterday, beating me up. Yeah, see WWE. I think it's going to sell off now. What happens between now and 10 a.m. stays between now and 10 a.m. No, I'm just kidding. It's probably, the tone of the day. And it doesn't necessarily mean it's bullish because remember, there's more volume at the beginning of the market than there is at the top of the hour. And so if you can't quite make it by 10 a.m., something funny going on. Wow, SI really doing nice. I'm going to take out another chunk into this strength right here. So I'm now up half a grand. And then yesterday, though, got trapped and went under 2 grand. Just a dumbass, rare dumbass mistake, forgetting that was a PDT account. But I'm happy to have reclaimed a quarter of that already now. The painful part to me is that I would have profited off the whole thing, without PDD. Would have profited off the whole thing, and at worst, not even break even, a little profit. So I would have profited a lot / a little. There's no other question in my mind. I analyzed it. All right, Bmea is really going now, guys. And that was the one I got in my cash account. WWE is trying. And Vktx still moving. But we're at 947 now. That was a good thing I took some profits out into that strength on SI. Looks like we might be hanging out inside the wick today on SI. Slowly get closer to the top of the hour. And there goes VKTX, a little more. Who's in what? What do you guys got? Do I think Rivian is good long term? Yes. Do I think now's the time to buy? I don't know the answer on that one. I haven't looked at the technical chart. I would think so because the market's pretty beat up. Take a quick look at it for you. Well, according to the chart, it hasn't, necessarily bottomed or put in a bottom reversing signal yet. So even though, yeah, it's a good long-term investment. I mean, it's at $13, but it could be at $6 in half a year, 50% down. So, you still got to use technical analysis to time your entry a little. But they are growing revs and increasing their margins, which is a great sign. But they're far from profitability. Like it could be, I mean, I don't know what the projections are, but it could be, unless they can get those margins down greater. God, it could be never. I mean, it almost looks like they're running an unprofitable enterprise, to be honest. But the demand is there, and so the growth might be as well. Vktx moving up more, almost at 14 now. All right, Daniel's in Meta, Uber, and Vktx. Excellent. Meta is not a buy. Are you maybe short on that? Maybe. So Vktx with a perfect did exactly what I said as far as being the one of the two choices. But the bias was correct. Vktx bullish. It's just when to get in, either right away or it starts bleeding out. So then you have to find a bottom. Brds is going to become a entry in a minute now. In the next five, in the region of the next 15 minutes, if not in the next 10 or 5, BRDS is going to be a dip buy. Let me just double check that again on the chart that we've got bullish bias on that. Yeah, this was the one that was more complex I was talking about, and that it looked like possibly smart money was still in it, and so it would sell off at the open, but at a certain point it would possibly bottom, and it is uncertain at that time whether or not it would pick up and become bullish again. So it's a little bit dicey, but if Brds around 10 a.m., Brds is a possible entry. Could end up being incredible, So sometimes these things are worth the risk. You just got to be able to get out if you're wrong. Don't get in if you can't get out. That was a problem I had yesterday. So VKTX hit. You should probably ladder a little strength out there. Maybe 10%, 20% exit on VKTX. This could be the top. It's a round number. It's a psychological number, 14. It's probably going to fight around here. We're coming up to the top of the hour, and then maybe it'll poke through. Maybe it'll poke through if it can break that 14 and get you 1405, 1410, but that'll be it in about 10 minutes. It could be all over. SI continuing. SI. Whoa. All my screens just went off. I'm here. All right. Everything's okay. Don't worry. Calm down, Evan. No, just kidding. Wondering about Pikes S. Yeah, I looked at it this morning and didn't look good. Did not look good. I can tell you in a second here. But things are getting interesting on SI, and I want to make sure I take a little bit out. So just a second. Over on Bmea, let me just check in on what I'm at, where I'm at on that, because that's over. That's in a cash account. Okay. Yeah. Right. I can deal with that. So what I'd like to see is for it to go retest those pre-market highs. Yeah, that'd be nice. That will have turned out to be a nice pre-market, a nice cash account. Without that, hey, it's something though. All right, I'm gonna personally focus on some of my other holdings to make sure everything's in good health. I mean, SI is really leading the way, but I got to look at everything else here. Yeah, that's not. That's a MQ. But percentage-wise, it's not that bad. So what do we got going on? Yeah, Lays. Unfortunately, it's towards the end of the move, and in fact, you guys, Lays could be a short any minute here. LASC. And turn into a multi-day swing back to $5 or even $4. Panic where on the market? What are you talking about? Panic where? Oh, you did? Has something to do with what I was talking about? Oh, on MQ? Yeah. No, that's what's going on. It's panic sell off. But let me take it. I want to look at the daily chart on that. Because apparently, oh, when the screen's turned off, yeah. Oh, yeah, we're breaking through previous pivots. It's coming up on 10 a.m. Ugh. Do I wait for the 10 a.m. reversal on that? So I should have sold 83, so at 377. I'm just going to flatten out. It's just not working. Huh? Well, sell by 100%. Are you sure? This will close your position. Yeah. I mean, that's why I said so. That must be new. I haven't seen that. Double checking. I'm in the right account and everything. Okay, yeah. MQ from the other day. All right, we're reaching the top of the hour. Decision time on every one of your trades. Be the top of the day. Or the bottom, however, whatever we're looking at. Over on Brds, BRDS, we possibly bottomed at 945. Don't believe it. We'll probably get a little bit more pullback here, and then there could be an entry around $17 any minute here. All right, VKTX with the final attempt to touch 14. This is your last chance, top of the hour, to take some profits out on VKTX around what could be the top. And it's up to you whether or not you get all out, get mostly out, only take a little bit out. It's your life, man. But the real point there is that if you're up, if you've made money, you're good. Even if you close it out, you've won on the day to have your account continue to grow every day. It's much easier to win a little every day than it is to keep trying to win a lot every now and then. Okay, so there it is. There's that push to 1407. It could be exactly what I said, which is that it might reach 1410 at the top of the hour, and that's where it might peak out. But if it wants to just keep going bullish, obviously, pilot your trade, manage it through the asteroid field. But we are probably nearing the end of the trade. everything here. Now, whatever level gets put in are near 10 a.m. later, like an hour later, you'll be able to see what that level was. Okay, and then that level becomes significant. It's either rejection or so. It's either resistance or support, depending on which side it's on. And then if it gets broken, that's a directional trade you can take on the day. But if it does not, it's likely that that's like right now, coming up right now, is the reversal price. By the way, if anybody's out there on our live streams and wants to learn more about trading, then you should just click the link in my bio, come join our group, and or I'll also direct you to my educational videos. So RJ says, or Daniel rather, says he sold VKTX and feels great about it. I don't know. He didn't say that part. But how did you do percentage-wise on that? Do you remember about what you got out of it? 12% or something? 7%. That's great. You know, your target is somewhere between 5 and 15%, average 10%, on these trades. And then if you can do 1% a day on average, compounding, that's 1,200% a year. Okay, Raven says Raven says OSCR. We are getting that capitulation on Brds. I'm going to go get some allocation. It's top of the hour. It's kind of not looking back. It's reclaiming. I would like to get some. It's a penny stock. That's way too little. How about 2,000 shares? About right. Slightly too much. Let's go 10,000 shares so I don't up in this cash account. All right, auto send, join bid. Okay. Wow, that was just an instant fucking drop. They took my 10,000 shares and said, "All right, now we're gonna drop you for the what do they call that when a crocodile? Death roll. We're taking you down for the death roll. Like, you're in? All right, now it's time for the death roll, and we'll see if you hang on." Like, ooh, 10,000 shares. This guy's got some money. Let's give him the death roll. Well, fuck you, because I already planned the whole trade out. Survive. All right, that's it on SI. I'm flattening out for the day because it's the top of the hour is passed. It's passing/passed, and it's dropping out on the neckline breakdown. I'm very happy with my gains on the day. It ended up so far, and I'm still in other things. It ended up being about $300. That's all right. That's all right. Bmea, yeah, Bmea is perking up. I like it. That's in my cash count. I'll flip over to that and see what's up over there. Yeah, Bank of America was a buy yesterday. We already alerted that yesterday. Today is still kind of a late entry chance to get in. True. All right, very good. That means I'm up 1R on the cash account because of Bmea. So since Brds dropped at 10 a.m., do we get rid of it? No. It's not that precise, Daniel. It's like, yeah, it's not that precise. Although a chart is precise, trading is not. Although a chart is precise, Trading is not. And trading has like a range to the entries and to the exits. And you usually, wrap those ranges with stop losses, right? And those ranges are usually defined by the pivot points. And they also define your risk and your size as well. And so we're within entry range still here. And then we're looking for the bullish move on the day. And if it doesn't happen, the exit point is lower than your entry. It's at a loss. Although it might not, like later, it might perk up a little bit, not all the way, but it might perk up a little bit and then come back down to your entry and then start to break down. And you have many choices there. You could just be like, okay, I'm bailing now at break even. Or, I got in this to risk $100 or whatever it was you wanted to do. So I'm going to stick to that. And then when it gets down below that pivot down there, then I'm going to define that as the true breakdown and failure of the follow through of the potential trade. And I'll get out there. So it's like, it's a regional thing, the entry, and in time as well. Like it could be 9:45, 9:50, 9:55, 10, 10:05, as late as 10:10. It's this whole like sort of square or blurry region, if you will. And then you look at the chart to kind of give yourself signals and calculations for the risk. The risk will define your blurriness of your entry. The larger your risk area, the smaller your position, the more you can allow it to, be flexible. All right, Bmea, way to go! What a nice move on Bmea. Woo! Well, that's it, dudes. We fucking nailed it. Now, 10 a.m. Put in this level 23, and we're zooming off of that, which is a little bit odd. So I'm going to go with the fact that this bottomed at 942. That doesn't also go with thesis. This is just acting, I guess, as a pure momentum stock, Bmea. I'm going to take a 20% profits here on strength. It's because it was a little bit of a sketchy first 30 minutes there. But yeah, there it goes. Wow. Let me see here. That would be 4R we're at right now. I'm definitely taking another exit right there. In fact, it might be halting because I'm not getting my exit. Wow. This would be amazing. Halt. It's halted. It says halted. I have a little halt indicator now on here in Thinkorswim, and it shows halted at 27.28. Wow, guys. Wow. Whenever we can grab the tail of a stock that goes up and halts up, that's great, especially if it's a smart move. Now, when it comes out of the halt, now it's going to build up that FOMO. Now, when it comes out of the halt, this is where we're really going to have to bring all of our smart money, dumb money expertise into play and interpret and use gap theory and smart money, dumb money, beginning move, end of the move theory in order to figure out if it's good or bad, to take some profits, to take all profits, to let it run. We'll see. What do you think, RJ? Good shit, right? Much better way to interpret this stuff. That's an ER play, I think. But it's for us, it's a gap play. And we could know it was going to go up because there was no smart money entry going on before the earnings. And I was prepared for it to come all the way back down to 10 a.m. All right, Brds is an exit. Birds flatten out. Boom. Birds failed out. That's it for whoever was asking that earlier. Daniel, yeah. I do use indicators. Lots of, I mean, I don't use like MACD and RSI and stuff, but I do understand how those work. I have a lot of experience with those. Can use those, but those just aren't the best to use. But why do you ask? Are you trying to find somebody that uses indicators? Like, why do you ask? Are you curious about the merit of indicators versus support and resistance? Obviously, you're curious. It's very interesting. OSCR, Oscar Health, continuing to run. I think that you wanted to be in at the beginning of that move, unless we broke 10 a.m. high. Okay, 10 a.m. high was $6 roughly. 10 a.m. high, $6 on Oscar. So if that breaks, it becomes a long. But at this point, it's a short. That's the reversal. $6 is the 10 a.m. reversal. What I'm going to do now over on Bmea is I'm going to set up some laddered exits, just in case I only get a moment to get out of that puppy. A blip of a moment. I'm putting my first exit underneath 30, RJ. I don't know if that's too greedy. Yeah, it probably is. Let's put one at 29. Okay, wait, let me zoom up my ladder a little bit and get some better granulation here. 28.96. I'll put one there. And then I've got one underneath 30. 31. 31.76, although it would have been halted by. We'll see what happens. But mainly, I just want it to go bling, so I know it opened after the halt and I didn't miss anything. That's all. Mostly, I just want unhalt alert, which would be my profits. Now, let's think about this. If it gaps down, I'm having a hard time figuring that one out. What does it mean, you guys, if it gaps down? It just seems so unlikely or so obtuse that I don't think it would gap down. But let's figure this out. If it gaps down, because it very well could. It's because of smart money selling off, and dumb money will try to buy it up, but it would be a very bad sign. If it gaps down, I'm going to have to flatten. All right, boom. Okay, it did not necessarily gap down too much. It's open. It did not gap down too much. It's hitting about 28 where it halted. 27.54. Are we going to get any dumb money coming in? I'm going to have to switch over to the 10-second chart, get a little more. Boom. There we go. We have some further move on Bmea, hitting 29.10. All right. Well, yeah, this has turned out to be a real winner. Bmea. It looks like some smart selling right there, but not terribly much, actually. Smart money says just let it breathe. Let the trade breathe. And that's the smart decision, apparently. I don't know. I'm watching the volume. Yeah, that was not too bad. Ain't sitting in a pretty spot, I'll tell you that. Vktx, in the meantime, if it breaks the high of the day, the 10 a.m. high, that could become a continuation trade. Just make sure you risk to the bottom of the pivot before it. I mean, after it, between those 2 points, if that happens. That can happen anytime up to midday. And then what would happen is it could create an entry for an all-day run on VKTX, and on any stock that does that, but yeah, VKTX. Brds failed out, in case you weren't paying attention. Oscar, also same situation as VKTX. It put in a high at 6. If it breaks that high, that could be a run. All right, we might be getting a neckline breakdown coming up here on Bmea. Watch carefully. Yeah, Bmea. Sorry if I wasn't too clear, but come join our group. It's free to join. Come on over if you'd like to hear everything better. Bmea Fusion and announces positive data from degree. Yeah, this was also, I think they're having either earnings later today, or they did release earnings. Yeah, or this is just diabetes, type 2 diabetes entry, basically. Okay, we broke a new high. This puppy is still going. Iova pickup from yesterday, finally moving positive. Holy fuck, it is. Yes, it is. Let's put that on another little spot here. Now, remember, Lay's is a short now, probably. Lay's, that's the end of the run on Lay's. That's the end of a smart money run. So that means the dumb money gap open. That's the end. It's an exhaustion gap. That's it, especially when it turns red on the day when it falls below the open. But why not get it now? Short if you can. Lay's, Iova. All right. All we're doing here is following the smart money train. That's how we got in on Iova. Even in the worst case scenario, when smart money's wrong, they make money. It's crazy. So if you can just get on the smart money train, you're in a much better pole position than being the dumb money. All right, we're getting some failure to retest on Bmea. I was trying for 30, but that seems a little bit too far now. So I'm going to lower my standards on that and get another exit underneath 29 if I can pop it. If it can touch 29 again, that'd be great. And then even right here, I might de-risk a little bit. So right 5, if you can get up there for a blip. There we go. I should have got filled. There we are. Okay, so I got some fill there. Happy with that. I'm now something like 35, a third out, maybe 40%. It's a strange number. It might be 39% out, something like that. Iova. Let me go take some profits on that. Okay. It only looks like the move is just beginning. I'm inclined to let it bake, especially since it broke the 10 a.m. high, the 10 a.m. point, a high at 10 a.m. There goes Bmea with a little bit more price appreciation. Come on, baby, you can do it. Blast to through 29. That's where my next order is. Give me a little bit more out. And then break 30 if you would. That'd be great. Can you do that for Mama? Can you do that for Papa? You have to be a little crazy to be good at this shit. Just FYI. Hell yeah. We have a huge list. You can see it on the bottom right of my screen. We have a huge list of gappers today, gapping up every day. I mean, these are just so many opportunities, you guys. But let me switch it over to the daily one because that can sometimes be incorrect. Gap up, E3, non-pre-market. Okay, there we go. These are our list of gap ups today that we could make money on. There we go. Yeah. Bmea trying to blast through 29 now. Did I not get a fill there? Maybe because I already got that fill. I'm not sure. I just like Iova where it is. We're going to just kind of leave it there. Maybe bad idea. I don't know. I mean, I do know, but I don't know. Just come on, it's stocks, man. Anything can happen. Market psychology, it's beyond market psychology. It's called crowd psychology. It's very unpredictable. It's like, more unpredictable than the weather. Crowd psychology it's everybody starts running one in the same direction. It's easy, but when things aren't moving, the crowd psychology very tricky. All right, Iova. I'll set up a little laddered exit. Yeah, that'd be perfect. Wait a minute, Iova. Wait a minute. Oh, I thought I had. Oh, that's UBX. Oh, I'm short UBX. Oh, wow. I wasn't even looking at the PNL and Iova. I was looking at the PNL and UBX. Oh, I have 1,000 shares of that. Okay. Interesting. So this other one I have called UBX. I'm short. So what's going on with that? Because it says I'm in the green. Oh, yeah. It's another down push day on UBX. Another thing with this gap theory, RJ and guys, is that it often gets you into bigger caps that are more liquid and tend to follow through and are easy to borrow. Not even hard to borrow, easy to borrow. Especially if it's going to run up first and you have a bearish bias and you're going to short at the top at 10 a.m. It's going to be easy to borrow because hard to borrow only switches on, or none to borrow. Hard to borrow only switches on if the stock is down, I think 10% on the day. And then all of a sudden they restrict selling. You're not allowed to short sell. You're allowed, but it becomes into the hard to borrow program. Okay, so where do I want to put my potential exit here? A little bit of an exit, 6.3.29 for a little exit on Iova. Let's put that into automatic mode on a ladder. Brds, sorry, buddy, you're gone. We do have a whole bunch of other gaps we can look at. I would have liked to have known that a lot of these were gapping up before the market, but I'm still working on my gap scanner or finding a good scan somewhere. Bmea with a pretty decent drop there, but it's being bought up. It wasn't a whole lot of volume, but that crowd psychology wise, that could kick off a panic. But you'd want to see a lot of volume because then that would be the smart exit. And you want to do what smart money does. Well, it's a little bit of a setback. There goes Iova. I did get a little teeny exit on that. I exited 5% on Iova. IOVA. But, this is beyond 10 a.m. This is price appreciation after 10 a.m. So this could be, all day direction. Ooh, the VIX is moving down. That's very nice. It's down to 20.27. That's a positive for the market. We got a little bit of lift, guys. All right. There was a bottom on the market, and the time of that bottom, I shit you not, 10 a.m. So, yeah. We should rename this group 10 a.m. trading, frankly, at this point. I'll be right back. I'm going to get myself some more water. Love is another ER play. Oh, okay. RJ, check into it. I'm trying to look at something. little bit of a failure to retest on Iova. Interesting that I got out exactly at the top of that retest. It's interesting because I guess we'll never know. Are you shitting me? Lovesack is the name? Oh man, hold on a second. I think I want to get out of, what is this, Bmea. Like that move. That price right there. Wait, let's see if it gets bought up. I don't think so. Okay, I'm getting out. All out myself. Why the fuck would you say that? Result in an over? What the fuck is the problem? And why is it at full volume here? And blasting my ears off. When you hit flatten, you should flatten. But in the meantime, it's being bought up and reclaimed a little bit. So I'm not all out anymore. I changed my mind. But what the fuck was that alert about? I can't get out? What's the matter here? All right, it's probably because I have this order sitting on the go. And now I'm in an actionable ready mode. Okay, I'm still watching it. All right, let's pull that out. Bmea. Vktx did break the high, did break the 10 a.m. high, so that could run all day. Vktx. And then what I was saying is that you put your stop below the lowest price between those 2 points. So 1345. And you size to risk based on that as well. I'm very inclined to flatten Bmea right now. Vktx is an all-day green potential runner. Beanbags, yeah. I did, Randy. That is correct. Yeah, and I got rid of it. But when you hit flatten, it should cancel out the... sometimes it does cancel out the other order. I don't know. There's just a lot of weird shit in Thinkorswim. I can, it's 23 or 24 or 25 years I've been using it. And since the very beginning, just could never figure that fucking thing out. It's interesting. So Bmea is kind of forming a little base here. Yeah, it was an exit on that little green line thing that we have on TradingView. It was an exit at this 2815 area, which it's almost always right. By the way, Oscar's still going, and VKTX still going, and hasn't touched that green line. But Brds did, MKC did. Hey, what did I say? That it would top out like around 83. It got to 83.60, and that it would be a short after that point on MKC. And that was correct. It's now under VWAP. It's stopped out on any kind of trailing stop. Oh, you know what? That's not accurate on Bmea. By the way, that's not, because that's the 10-second chart. I got to put it on the 1 minute. Technically still good. At 2760, I'm out. I don't want to put my order on the grid. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to flatten. What is that? 2722. Yeah, there it is. All out. Okay, good. Yeah, we did well with all my partial exits and everything. I did. Let's see. What is that? Math on that. Wow, 4R. Very good. That was in a cash account, and I still have 1 day trade left that I guess I'll use tomorrow. All right. Back to my fucked up account. Let's go check out what's up over there. Iova's still doing good. So Bmea trade is over. We're now well past the top of the hour and still have interesting trades going on. One of the things I want to do is look at all of the gap opportunities that are on the list here. Baba. This could have been a short. We would have known that. About a 60% chance that it would have been a short. And let's go to the 1 minute chart and see if it would have topped out at 10 a.m. because that would have been the perfect time to short if that's what it wanted to do. No, as a matter of fact, right off the open, and that's fine too. You can short right off the open. You know, that's the two different ways you can go. Either short around 10 a.m. if it's been going up there all morning, or if right away it starts dropping, boom, you got your entry. And so, yeah, entry on that would have been probably around 95 is what you would have got. And now it's at 93, and it would have been easy to borrow. And it's actually up on the day because it's a gap up. Tricky. So that's what allows you to get the easy to borrow. It's kind of a nice little fucking trick there. So you'll be able to get, I believe Baba would be easy to borrow. Let me take a look. ETB. No problem at all. See? So welcome to the new world. So, yeah. Back over here. And Bmea failing out. How was it? Perfect trading. All right, the wife's home. Gonna have some breakfast. Everybody, Bob is a short. Remember, 10 a.m. low, if it gets broken, is an all-day bleed out. Do you understand that? The 10 a.m. low on that short that you missed off the open would have been a short because nobody told me Baba was gapping up a massive amount. If it breaks the 10 a.m. low that it put in, that's a short with a risk unit to the inner pivot up above. Some of you know and understand what I'm talking about. And it's easy to borrow. And then that could potentially be a multi-day bleed out. But you could just sell at the end of the day if you don't want to risk overnight, which I understand. Agent? No, I think I got rid of that pretty quickly. I don't know. Let me see. Was I in it? Agent. Is it doing good? What was it, long or short? No, I don't think we're in that. I'm not in Agent. I think because it's over or something. Probably too old of a trade because it's Agent. All right. Have a good day, everybody. Jump into the group, everybody. You can talk to each other over there. Everybody, apparently. Bye. We should invite the apparently kid on the fucking show. Wouldn't it be funny if he's into stocks? That'd be great. We're going to get him on the show at one point.